video for a while now because life got very busy and doing a daily video is just not in the cards for me right now. But I realized I wanted to talk to the camera. So I'm like, well, I'm going to turn on the camera and I'm going to talk to it. So here I am. I am driving home, but I wanted to give you all an update on some of my latest gaming escapades. So happy update. I have run two games for my husband and 3 other good friends of mine. I am running it out of the Pathfinder adventure, The Slithering. It is for characters 5 through 8, and it is the non-human game. So if you go back and look at one of the other videos where I talked about all the characters have to be completely non-human, it's that game. And it's gone really well so far. I really like this adventure. I'm having a lot of fun running it. And for those of you who know what I do for a living, I think I've mentioned it on here before. But anyway, I am a physician. That's what I do for a living. So if you know that, and if you have played The Slithering, you might be able to make some connection as to why I like it. But at any rate, we're going to do the 3rd installment here in a couple of weeks, I think. And I'm really excited. So I'm just delighted that it's been a good experience so far in running. Nothing disastrous has happened. I have not one-shotted anybody, although I kind of came close on the first one. I was a little nervous on that one, but I didn't one-shot her, so it's okay. So really good news. So I will continue to keep you updated. But for those of you who want to know whether the adventure The Slithering is a good choice, yes, I think it is excellent. I might even want to run it again, because a couple of our good friends, Don and Josh, are not in this group, and they were expressing interest in it. So there's 2. So if I can find 2 other people who are interested, I might run it again, because that is how much fun I'm having with it. At any rate, second on my gaming update stuff is Josh, my husband, is in the process of getting a group together to be in a game that he wants to run. It's actually not just a game, it's going to be an adventure path, I believe, called Age of Ashes, Pathfinder 2nd Ed. The characters will progress from 1st all the way up to 20th level, so that would be really fun, because once you get up high enough, you can play some really high level Pathfinder characters, which is one of the things I don't love about Society, is that you generally max out at 12th, unless you have a scenario that allows you to go up to, say, 14th or 15th, but usually they max it at 12th. So you don't get to do some of the really cool stuff that you get at only the very highest levels, but this Pathfinder adventure does. So we started playing around and talking about characters we wanted to play, and the other 3 players who were in it had already picked, and I believe it's going to be a rogue, a bard, a paladin, and then the 4th one was me. And so they asked me if I would be interested in playing a cleric, and I was like, well, you know what? Actually, yes, I would, because I have not played a cleric in 2nd Ed. Played several of them in 1st Ed, but not 2nd. So I thought, okay, I can make this work. I could try out the cleric in 2nd Ed, because that's one of my missions, is I want to play every single one of the core classes in 2nd Ed. That's now like one of my bucket list things I want to do before it becomes 3rd edition. So I thought, okay, yeah, I could be a cleric. But then I started looking through the Pathfinder rulebook, and I was looking at the other classes, and so I have now been tempted, and I think I have to build now. I want to build a gnome Dhampir. Am I saying it right? Dhampir? That one. The Dhamph one. That one. Alchemist, who specializes in healing. So the healing elixirs and the antitoxins and the antipoisons, I want to build that, whose dream is to build her own Philosopher's Stone. Because that is one thing you can do as an alchemist. You have to be a 20th level alchemist to do it. So it's not going to happen in Society, but I could totally do that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Because we talked before that I wanted to play an intelligence-based class, right? I built a 1st level wizard, but I haven't played her in anything yet. But I really think that I want to build this as a 1st level. Yeah, and I'm playing a gnome. I have played a gnome before. Gnomes are very fun to play. I played a life oracle as a gnome, believe it or not. I absolutely loved her. That was Ziri. She was a blast to play. But I haven't played one since then. So I think it's time. And with the Dhampir Dampier. I think it's Ancestry background. It's not background. Anyway, with Dampier in it could make it really interesting, because that basically means that one of my ancestors was gnome and the other one was a vampire. So you're not undead, but you do have this sort of spooky relationship with life and death because one of your parents was an undead. So I'm excited. I'm going to have to actually build this in Hero Lab though, so that should be an adventure on its own. I'll tell you how that goes. But I was playing around with that when my husband and I were having dinner a few days ago, and I just started giggling when I came up with this. So I was like, okay, I have to build this. If you start to giggle with a character idea, that's a pretty good indication you need to build it and you need to play it. That's my diagnosis for the day. Giggles equal yes. So yeah, so that's what I've got going at the moment. I'm not actively playing in any games at the moment because fall is a really busy season for us. We just got done doing our vow renewal. We went away for a couple of days down to Brown County to relax a little bit, and it was when we had gone away and we're having dinner during Brown County when I started thinking up the idea of the gnome alchemist. And then coming up, we've got a lot of other things. A lot of friends are coming over to hang out. I'm running the Slithering game. That's the main thing I'm running right now because Josh is playing in that and I'm running it. So that's kind of our main focus gaming-wise right now. I want to do more with Pathfinder Society. It just kind of went on the back burner with all the other stuff. And my daughter's birthday party was a few weeks ago. She turned 6, so we had to plan that. I'm starting to work on the planning for Thanksgiving. Yes, it's 5 weeks early, but I have a lot of people that I have to coordinate this with to make sure we got enough food to feed people. So, yeah, so I'm in process with all of that. That's all I got at the moment. Have you guys had a chance to look through the Advanced Player's Guide and check out any ideas? I mean, you already know what I'm drawn toward, the Dampier, but come on, do any of you want to play the Witch? Let's see, what was it? It was the Witch, it was the Oracle, the Swashbuckler. Oh, that's the other one I came up with an idea for. Another one that I've got giggles for. I want to create a rat folk swashbuckler. For those of you out there who know the Chronicles of Narnia, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. I want to create a version of Reepicheep to play. No idea where I'm going to play it in. I don't know if there's like an inner sea adventure path. All right, all of you Pathfinder people out there, is there an inner sea adventure path that I could play this character in? Because I wanted to do that so bad. That one came after the idea for the Gnome Alchemist when I was talking to Josh and going, yes. And then I just had this revelation and they're like, oh my goodness. So, yeah. Anyway, Swashbuckler, Witch, Oracle, and I'm forgetting the last one. Sorry, you guys can tell me down in the comments below. But that's what I'm planning on doing, and I may be spending some time in Hero Lab to create these 2 ideas of characters so that way they're ready to go in case I've ever got anything I'm going to play them in. I will play the Wizard eventually, I promise, I will. But at the moment it looks like the Alchemist is going to get played first, which is good. It's still an intelligence-based character. I've never played an Alchemist, so it'll be a good experience for me. So what do you guys got going on? Anything exciting? It's not really con season, so hopefully you guys are getting in some good games. Either in person, if you guys are doing in-person gaming, or Roll20 or something equivalent to it. What else? Oh, Back to the Future, the board game. Josh got it. I think he got it as a Kickstarter, and we played it when we were on our getaway for the first time. Really fun. Oh my goodness, if you're a Back to the Future fan, it's awesome because it follows the story and the trouble events that are in there and the things that you have to do to win the game totally, absolutely goes along with the Back to the Future movie. So it stays very linearly along with what happens in the original Back to the Future Part 1 movie. I loved it. I played Doc Brown. I mean, is there anything better in a game to play than Doc Brown? Okay, I mean, if you're in a Back to the Future game, I understand. It's Batman. Like, you want to be Batman. I get that. But Batman's not in Back to the Future, so we can't really do that. But Doc Brown, Marty, Josh played Marty, and then the other 2 characters you can play are Jennifer and Einstein. So each one of them has a slightly different strengths, as those games tend to. So we played one game where he was Marty and I was Doc, but that's all we've done so far. So hopefully we'll get a chance to play in a 4-player game where we can all play the characters and kind of see how it flows. We won. It was close. It was close. I'm pretty sure we did it on the last turn, so we almost didn't make it. We were almost stuck in 1955. However, we did win. But we'll have to give it a try with 3 and 4 players to see how it plays differently. So I don't think you can play with 1. I think it's just 2 to 4 in that game. I have played the board game Marvel United. I've only played it once though, so I'm not a big expert on it. It's cute. I liked it. It threw me off with the art though, because with the big kind of bobbleheads on it, it looked kind of kiddie, and I'm like, is this going to be a game I'm actually going to enjoy? But I did enjoy it. I want to play some other versions of it, to play with different bad guys and different heroes to see how it plays differently, because he played as I played as Captain Marvel and he played as Iron Man. That actually worked really well. That was a good balance because his good cards were a little different from my good cards, and so because of that we could take advantage of the different strengths. I just wonder if, for example, if you just had like Iron Man and Hulk, or if you had I'm trying to think who else is in that one. I think Captain America's in that one. Oh, and I'm forgetting the other ones. Anyway, those are all we have right now. We don't have any of the expansions for the other characters, but it played really well. I really enjoyed it. I want to have to play it again. It's got good replayability to it, because you can play different characters and have different villains. So it will happen as well. But so see, some gaming has been happening in my house. Just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. So hopefully you are enjoying gaming as well. Hopefully you're enjoying some beautiful fall weather. Today was a little weird. It got up to almost 80 here in Indianapolis, which is odd since it's October 22nd. But it was nice. At least I wasn't freezing, which is nice, but probably won't last for very long though. At any rate, I am almost home, so I'm going to get off of here. I might mix this tonight. I don't know. I might mix it tomorrow. Not sure. But at any rate, hope your gaming is going well. Hope your lives are going well. So stay safe, stay well, and game on. This is Dr. Deb signing off.